Buckley's the place to catch up with friends, relax in a friendly atmosphere and enjoy great service and food. Feel like a night out? Then Buckley's can offer a fun evening that the whole family can enjoy. In our bistro you can enjoy a selection from our extensive menu, including family favourites. On those sunny days our alfresco is the perfect setting to enjoy a meal, catch up with friends or watch your favourite sport on 2 large plasma TVs. Having a special occasion can be made easy by hiring our newly renovated function rooms. Buckley's, a venue of class that provides all your entertainment and function needs.
Welcome back, and as we said before the break, we have 3 more big games on this afternoon, and there's one side that's absolutely going along, absolutely 8 droppings at the moment. It's the East Geelong Footy Club. They're going along very nicely, and without Scroblack last week, well, he played in the game, but he was just playing behind the ball a bit, but they still played extremely well. They take on Belpost Hill, who were a bit stiff against the Tommy Tigers last week. 2 big guns, 2 finals contenders, having a hit out at the East Geelong Oval today, Dale.
Yeah, it'd be a good day to go and watch these 2 sides play. I think both sides are going on pretty nicely. As I said, Belpost still haven't done a lot wrong over the time. East Geelong have just been the, not so much a sleeping giant, but they found a bit of momentum coming forward over the last 5 or 6 weeks. I suppose their keys are going to be their guys up forward, and we look at O'Leary's back in the side. He's still kicks a couple of goals here and there, so he's still dangerous. Closter, we know, has been kicking regular bags of goals, but he can be a little bit hit and miss sometimes. Dean O'Hara, and then you've got the big fella himself, Scroblack. I reckon he'll go forward this week and put a lot of pressure on the Belpost Hill defence. That means Kazina's got to go back. The smiling assassin will need to come back in, and we're talking about Brad Martin. He'll need to be back in there, and that will free up Pyle, who kicked 4 goals for him last week after playing some time in the half through the back line last week. So they'll need to be at their very, very best this week, Belpost Hill, because they have started to find some form, as we said. But I would expect East Geelong at home maybe just get the chocolate stick.
Jake, we talk about Adam Scroblack playing behind the ball last week and keeping out of the game just a little bit. It's an awesome option they've got that they can bring Adam straight back into the fray if they want to when he can kick a bag full of goals.
Yeah, and then there's another one you've got to consider up there is Ryan Closter. He kicked 7 goals last week, and he's probably been their main focal point this year up forward. And I agree with Dale in the fact that they probably will try and test Belpost Hill, and I don't know whether it's the fact that Belpost Hill lost last week and that's maybe just dinted my confidence in them a little bit, but I get the impression that East Geelong will make a statement now. They're probably, as Dale said, they've gone under the radar a bit, and if they win this game today against Belpost Hill, it's 10 straight for East Geelong. So I think they'll be looking to, make that statement to the rest of the competition, looking, to say, look, we're here, we've been the pre-season favourites, and we might have let a few people down earlier in the year, but we're here when it matters. So I'm going to tip East Geelong today out at East Geelong.
Eric, you go that far back. You can remember when Neville Whitley played just after the war, so you do go back a long way. This is unbelievable, Jake said, in the 10 wins in a row from the East Geelong Footy Club. It's a long time since that club's been on fire like this.
It is, Dick, although you cast your mind back a couple of years, they were beaten grand finalists to Belmont Lions, and that was probably a game that maybe they should have won. That's a grand final they could have won, but I reckon we might be seeing a preview of one of the finals today because both of these sides will be there. And as the boys have said, 10 in a row for East Geelong would be a fantastic effort. I just wonder how much damage the loss last week would do to Belpost Hill because they'd be a bit devastated. But by the same token, they'll front up today. I'd fancy at East Geelong, Richmond Crescent, East could win it.
The other thing is too, Dick, in that game last week, Justin Tarr was carrying a shoulder and he finished the game, but he looked pretty sore. So he could be another bloke that they mightn't risk this week because of the situation they're in. But it's a game they need to win, I think.
Another side playing in the final 5 at the moment, the Bannockburn Tigers. We mentioned before early in the show, Peter Riccardi kicking 9 goals last week. He is really on fire. He really does lift that club immensely. And they come up against a much improved Anarchy, who weren't too bad last week, and they're shaping up a right Anarchy at the moment, but I don't think they can beat Bannockburn, Dale.
No, you wouldn't know. Anarchy are a funny side. If they're playing some really good football, they can be very, very dangerous. And as it's shown last week, they've got some good players up forward kicking goals. Pittman kicked them, Bowman kicked 5 apiece. And if they can get a regular influx from their midfielders to come down and kick some goals, it'll put enough pressure on Bannockburn. They'll give themselves a chance. Bannockburn, look, have still got a few injuries concerns out there and a few blokes that may need to come back into the side. But having said that, I still believe on paper they're a good enough side, but they just need to make sure they keep their momentum going forward. They can't afford to drop one on falter and finish. If they want to have aspects of winning the grand final, they're going to finish top 3. They'll need to win this one, and I think they will.
Jake, Bannockburn?
Yeah, Bannockburn should prove too strong. I think the game means a bit too much for them in the context of the finals for them to drop this one. And although Anarchy have been impressive over their last 2 weeks, obviously they won last week and they got close to Thompson. You'd think that Bannockburn's big guns would prove too strong for Anarchy come the end of the final siren today.
Eric, as I always say, and you and I have been on radio a lot over the years, I still say it's a magnificent name for a football ground out there, Victoria Park. The facility, you haven't been out there this year, probably?
No.
Well, I've got to tell you, the facilities out there at the moment are absolutely first class. So it's looking really good out at the Bannockburn Tigers. And you would think that they could probably account for Anarchy reasonably comfortable if they play the sort of footy that they played last weekend.
I think the incentive they got today, Dick, is a big win because percentage is going to have a huge bearing on who finishes 1, 2, 3 this year. And Bannockburn, if they want one of those 3 positions, they need percentage.
Indeed, indeed. Well, of course, the other game on this afternoon is the Belmont Lions. They take on Inverleigh. And before we go on with the Belmont Lions, I've got to thank Johnny Pope and Loretta Pope for dropping in the eggs to me in the office the other day. Rosemary did tell me I forgot to thank them. The eggs were great. Next time, just bring in a pig as well, so we're going to have bacon and eggs for breakfast. It'll be absolutely sensational. But thanks a lot, Johnny and Loretta. It was fantastic. The Belmont Lions had their ball last Saturday night out at the Grovedale Hotel, not the station sponsors, we can mention them anyway. And, hopefully the hangovers disappeared, and they take on Inverleigh. Who's going to win this one, Dale?
Well, it's at Inverleigh, Dick, so I'm thinking Inverleigh can, as I said, if Inverleigh have got any aspirations of making top 5 football, then they've got to win this game. And at the moment, the Belmont Lions aren't playing anywhere near well enough to even, I would think, trouble the Inverleigh side. So at home with Lewis, as I said, the young kids in the side are going pretty well. Dean Muir, he influxes in and out of that side, so whether he's required at Williamstown, I'm not too sure, but he would make a difference. But I just think there's too much to lose for Inverleigh. We said that last week against, a Werribee side. If they had won that 8 points clear, it would have been a really big bargain for them to go in the last 5 games, considering their run they've got. I think they're going to be too strong. But Belmont Lions just not playing good enough football. Yeah,
particularly the fact that it's played out of the Inverleigh Oval. You'd think that Belmont absolutely in a lot of trouble out there.
Yeah, Inverleigh, they've got to do everything now. They'll obviously be very disappointed after losing to Werribee last week in a game that was probably their biggest game in the season so far, and they'll be disappointed with the effort that they put out against the Werribee Centrals last week. And if they've got their backs against the wall now to make the finals, but if they've got any aspirations to make finals now, they've got to win today, and I think they will.
Too good Inverleigh, Eric?
Oh, you'd think so, Dick. And certainly that loss last week would be devastating for them because they're 18% down on Werribee Centrals as well on percentage. So a big win they need today. Belmont, I'm very disappointed. I don't know what's happened to them this year.
Yeah, it's amazing that they did. They started the year off so well and with a lot of hope. And after winning the flag a couple of years ago, they've got the right bloke there, Amy Williams. He's certainly a very astute sort of a bloke. But
he's not playing at the moment, I think.
Not playing, but I mean, having a bloke like him around the club is just a great thing. And to bring Juice Newton back.
They actually they are struggling for numbers, and I know that when Cogs was in last week, they said that he was actually thought about going back into training this week because he's got he's got the past players game on the Sunday out there at East Geelong, but he thought he might have got a game on Saturday just as warm up to the game. But his priorities were with his I won't say his beer, but he was really looking forward to actually. He's getting a pair of my boots to play in the game. So Cogs, if they don't come back to me, I don't really care. But they did mention the young kid Zanzaro who played under 14 footy, played in their senior side on the weekend. So they are, I wouldn't say they're desperate, but when they're bringing kids up at that age to play there, you know that they're not travelling as well as they could be. So let's hope they can get something out of the remainder of the season out of Belmont Lions.
Okay, well, time's got away from us again, folks. Don't forget, tune in to 94.7 The Pulse for a great call this afternoon's game. As good as last week's, it'll be a ripper. The Werribee Centrals Footy Club at the Duck Pond taking on the Corio Devils. Dale, you have a great afternoon at Werribee.
Yeah, looking forward to it, Dick. It's as I said, it's a nice place to go and watch a game of football from, and as long as the ground's in good order, I reckon we're going to have a great contest.
Don't forget to take the gun up there. You might see a couple of ducks. Jake, enjoy yourself up.
I will.
The big ground.
Oh, well, they've got a good spread there at half-time, so I'm looking forward to my lunch today.
No need to talk about grubby like that. And Eric, of course, you won't be there probably unless Jason jumps off the bench again.
Well, unless there's a late call, but
you never know. But Eric, once again, thanks for coming in as our guest this morning. You're always welcome. I know all the oldies out there in the Greyhead Society. You and Laurie, they love you, and they'll be glad to see you back on the television again. So hopefully it's not a long time before you're back with us again, mate.
Thanks, Dick. Always a pleasure.
Absolutely fantastic. Stay tuned for the local league footy show with Daryl Pittman and the boys. Oh, I do. I love a Saturday. I won't sing anymore, folks. You enjoy your footy this afternoon. We'll be all back doing it again next week. Bye for now.
Buckley's the place to catch up with friends, relax in a friendly atmosphere, and enjoy great service and food. Feel like a night out? Then Buckley's can offer a fun evening that the whole family can enjoy. In our bistro, you can enjoy a selection from our extensive menu, including family favourites. On those sunny days, our alfresco is the perfect setting to enjoy a meal, catch up with friends, or watch your favourite sport on 2 large plasma TVs. Having a special occasion can be made easy by hiring our newly renovated function rooms. Buckley's, a venue of class that provides all your entertainment and function needs.